Hey Dan, I wanted to show you what we're going to be launching this month. I know you guys are using Simply Bail for your e-signs, but we're going to have it integrated into BailBook. So you'll see at the top here, there's a new section called Bail Bond e-sign. And you'll see there's different lists in the Bail Bond e-sign. Here's people that I need action, so we're waiting for them to sign it. Here's people that have actually, signers that have actually signed the paperwork. Here's people that we rejected or the person didn't want to do it. And then there's an all. So if I go to start it, I click on send for signature. So at first thing it's going to ask me who's the defendant. So I'm just going to put Terry Anderson's the defendant. And then it knows all the people that ever co-signed for Terry Anderson. So I can select who's the co-signer. So I'll select Gary Grave. And then if Gary Grave has a cell phone, it'll be available for me to select. So that's his cell phone. If the cell phone wasn't listed, I can select the radio button to add a new one. So I don't have to leave this page. And then we need to send him an email. So you'll see Gary Grave doesn't have an email. So instead of me having to leave to go at it, I can add his email right here. So I'm just put Gary Grave at AOL. So now there's the email. So this is a two-factor. So we're going to send them an email for the request when we're over here, and then they have to enter a code that we'll send to their cell phone. So that way it's a two-factor for security. So you know that you're dealing with the correct person. So now that we've selected the email and the cell phone for the co-signer, Gary Grave, I'll select the bonds that we want to have included for the paperwork. So there's only one bond here. There's no collateral. So here we can use BailBook's default forms because we're going to launch with our 3 or 4 forms. But if we add your forms, you'll be able to select your forms over here. It would say free at last, and these would be your forms. So for the sake of this, I'm just going to select our forms. Here's an agreement, the application, and then the disclosure, and then I hit send. And then we ask you, do you want the signer to, any other things you want the signer to prove who they are? You can say, I want the signer to take a selfie. So if you check that, or you say, and I want the signer to send a picture of their government issued ID. So I'm just going to do send a picture of their government issued ID, and I hit send for signature. So now I'm going to go to my email. So again, imagine I'm the co-signer. Wait for it to come over, and then you'll see over here, here's the email. It says Acme Bail Bond sent you a document to review and sign. And then this would be the co-signer, so they review the document. And now you'll see it wants the code that we just sent to their cell phone. So they'll get a text, and I just got one, so I have to enter the code. 4913. So I hit verify code. And now once I verify the code, as long as it matches the correct one, then it'll take me here. So this one just explains what about electronic signatures, that they're as valid as a real signature. Again, you could read that, and if they want to proceed, they say, I agree and I want to proceed. And here we need them to upload a picture of their ID, because we said when we sent the request, we want them to upload a picture. So I'm just going to upload whatever picture I have on file for this. I'll just select something here. Let me go here, select screenshot here, just selecting something. And then I hit next. And so here's the form. They can actually zoom in if they want to. So I want to zoom in on this. So they can look at the application, they can read it. So we're going to show there's a signature we need there. And we need a signature on this one. And we'll need a signature here. So once they're ready to sign, they click the button here. And then we're going to get them to sign and it just explains, by signing below, you affirm you understand a voluntary agreement. So I'm going to sign my name and hit accept and sign. And that's it. So now we're going to email them a copy of their paperwork. And now if I go back to the BailBook's Bail Bond e-sign, you'll see now there's completed, it's 10. There's the one we just did for Tyler. And then if I want to go ahead and select, make sure that I want to see the verify. And then here's everything that they did. There's the timestamp, there's the document reference ID, the completion time, when it was actually signed by the co-signer, their IP address. And if I want to print this, I can print this to put in their record. Now if I want to actually look at the actual signed document, and then I can go ahead and look at it there. If you have any questions, we're going to be launching that. And again, whether or not you want to use it, because I know you're using the Simply Bail, but we'll have ours built right in. Thanks.